Coach, I know you've been here for the Alamo Bowl a couple of times. What are your favorite memories about this event?
The 2 games we won, Mike, the one we lost wasn't as much fun, even though that was my last game as a college football coach. But San Antonio is a wonderful city. The hospitality here is better than anybody's, and the Alamo Bowl people do it right. So we had a great game with Iowa here that came down to the last seconds. We had a come-from-behind win with Oregon State, and we just happened to catch an Oregon team that had lost their quarterback named Mariota about mid-season, and he got well for us, so that wasn't good timing for us.
When you transitioned out of coaching, you also were here as an analyst calling the game. How was that a little bit of a different experience?
Well, it was fun. I love Derek and Julie and Rick and all the people here that run the Alamo Bowl, so it was like coming back home and being around friends. And then obviously the Oregon team that we played was the game that I did against TCU with Gary Patterson, who's a great friend, and Mark Helfrich was a great friend. So it was a fun game for me, and then obviously Oregon's way ahead, and TCU comes back, and it's just like most Alamo Bowls. It was a great finish.
When this time of year comes around, the start of the college football season, what's that feeling like for you?
Well, it's been fun not to be out in the heat for preseason camp, but you still get the butterflies. You still get the feeling of a little bit anxious about the weekend, and because you know how every coach and every player feels. You've been there as a player, you've been there as a coach at a lot of different levels, and opening day of college football is like none other.
When you are removed from it like this and you're kind of covering on a national scale, do you find it maybe enjoyable, more in a sense that you can stay and look at it from that national perspective and not be in the limelight?
Well, I promised ESPN and ABC that I would not be a Texas fan on TV, because that's not my job. I'm not there to be a cheerleader. So what I'm trying to do is take a fan that's never seen a football game and explain to them a little bit about how to watch it, and a fan that feels like they can coach because they know enough about it, take them behind the scenes and give them things that they don't really know just by being a fan, and that's fun for me. But your business is hard. You have to be more organized than people think. You have to be spontaneous because you're getting live questions and you have to answer them, and you mess up some, but like coaches do. And I also think it's been good for me to give a perspective from the coach. What, that's so stupid. What did he do that for? And I said, well, he didn't plan on being stupid. He worked on that for 8 months coming into the game. They just didn't execute it. So that's been fun for me.
Yeah, do you find that maybe you can give a little more empathy to people that just would criticize the coaches than you were there, and like you said, now from experience you can draw on that?
I do, and some people think I'm too nice to the coaches. I'm a coach, and I understand what they do. I know how hard it is to win. I know how hard they work. So when people are just wanting the coach to be beaten up, if they mess something up, I can say that they messed it up. They didn't plan on messing it up, but they messed it up. But I do think that it gives a different perspective because there aren't many coaches that are analysts anymore, and I do think it's something that the coaches appreciate, to have someone that can at least say what they were trying to do.
All right, well, I'm going to kind of put you on the spot a little bit here. I know
I've lived on the spot,
that's
so
true,
that's
true. Teams won't be coming here until December, and the season hasn't started yet, but good Pac-12 team and a good Big 12 team come and play in the Alamo Bowl. Who is your sense of which teams might show up here in December?
I think Texas is going to be a lot better, so they could be the team that represents the Big 12 here. And I think probably you look at Stanford or Washington.
You're watching Sports Tonight, San Antonio's only nightly 30-minute sportscast with exclusive sports coverage you won't find anywhere else.